Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, it's on Steam. I also do want to apologize ahead of time. I'm not feeling too well, both physically and emotionally, but I'll try my best. The reason why I'm playing this is because the game has been stuck in my head. I need to finish it, closure and all that. Also, that boat song's been stuck in my head for a while. So, on the last Let's Play, we had a naval battle, which went okay. For Tem and... God, I don't know why her name's, like... Alessa? Basically, you know, the Elder is missing. And the pirate captain is injured. Pretty much gravely. But we're in the shack where Grizz used to be, and now we're going to continue on with our assault, I guess. I guess here's where the dead bodies would be? I don't know, there is, like, nothing in this room, as far as I can see. After a few hours of waiting, I almost can't handle it anymore. It's impossible for me to rest when my friends could be in danger. Making my way to the exit, I cross my fingers, hoping that things are okay. Just as I'm about to leave, the doors swung open, catching me off guard. Take a few steps back to avoid getting hit, letting out a sigh of relief afterwards. It's Ulrich, but that's not all. Moments later, he enters. Valessa and Forte follow. Valessa. That's it. They're alive. This is a huge relief. What a huge relief this was. All the worry had taken its toll. We hug each other, with big smiles on our faces. For a while there, I was scared of what might have happened. Thankfully, they're okay. I could rest easy as we move forward with everything.
Sorry for taking a bit longer than you thought. We've never been here before, so we got lost.
Yeah, and it was even harder because you're keeping quiet. It's hard to find people who don't want to be found, you know?
Me? I release the hug and tell them everything is fine. I was worried, but I knew that they were capable of surviving.
Can't believe how cold this place is. It looks so uninviting, too. Scary, almost.
Yeah, hopefully we can change that. The triumvirate seems neglectful, but why?
I shrug, unsure of how to answer that question. Probably time paradox? We're here to kill the triumvirate. No reason not to reason with them. I have a feeling this, among other questions, would remain unanswered. Damek and Hal enter the shack. Followed by more of our comrades, we quickly fill the room. Gathering around the table, it's clear that it was time to plan.
Alright, we need to talk about what happens next. Until now, we've been pretty vague since time was short. But there's no more delaying. This is everything we've got. We need to push through the town square before anything can happen. Balteus is fortified by a large wall, so we can't get to the library from the outside. This means that the bulk of the battle will take place within the city itself. However, we want to get to the Grand Library with as little resistance as possible. To that end, we'll have our created seers go in first and cause a distraction. If they can lure the honor guard away from the town square, we can slip in. Since the honor guard can't enter the library, it's perfect for a base of operations. Let's face it, this shack is dangerous, so we should get moving as soon as possible. Once we're in the library, we can relax and prepare to launch our final assault.
And what will that final assault consist of?
Good question. Here's what we've been thinking. If the floor is mine, I'll reveal our plan.
Hal nods, giving Damek the floor. He steps forward. Placing a scroll on the table, he promptly unfolds it. I can see it's a map of Balteus, the entire city. Everyone gathers around the table, putting aside any other business. If the strategy at sea had any indication, I know this operation is in good hands. They certainly seemed to know what they were doing. I can feel our morale rising. He starts to speak, and certainly with certainty and confidence. It's impressive. They must have been planning this for a while. We all watch intently, curious to see what kind of strategy they have.
This is the main area of the city. Our goal is to ensure that the monarch has a clear path to the castle. That way she can slip inside and kill the triumvirate with minimal effort. Hal and myself will lure the honor guard to the town square. This is where the bulk of the battle will take place. It shouldn't be too hard. With the added might of our draconic allies, we'll have no problem at all.
That's good.
Pro will sneak away from the town square and infiltrate the castle. His job will be to cause a distraction, luring enemies away from the atrium. With that done, the rest should be smooth sailing for the monarch.
I'll go with Pro, if that's okay with you. I know the layout of the castle, and he'll need some backup. We can't expect him to hold off an entire horde of suits at once.
Very well. Grizz will accompany Pro. The two of them will have no problem clearing the castle. The bulk of the honor guard will be with me in the town square. Alright, that takes care of Hal, Pro, and myself. The rest of you will accompany the monarch to the castle. Let's see here. I should have another map detailing our current area. The only way to approach the Triumvirate's castle is directly from the front. That is, unless you know a secret or two. This involves a hidden mountain pass. Using this pass, you can go around Balteus. It'll be much easier than sneaking through the city. Joining you will be Ulrich, Fortame, and Valessa.
Damek, if you'd let me join them, I could help out. Remember who tipped you off about this hidden trail? I can even use the Blade of Exodus if the Monarch is in a bind.
Alright, sure. I have no problem with that. Sovi will accompany the group headed to the castle. They'll split up when they get close. Let's see here. You should emerge from the mountain pass right beside the castle. Because of all the distractions, your path inside should be clear, but I need Fortane to do something special for us first.
Me? Special? What do you need me to do?
Climbing?
I'll have you climb the castle, scaling the outside walls. Your job will be to get inside and ring the bell of retreat. If you can find it, it should make the honor guard stand down.
Wait, seriously? All of them?
Yeah, all of them. I'm putting a lot of trust in you here. Do you think you can do this for us?
Of course! Climbing is my specialty. I'll have that bell ringing in no time.
Good. The rest of you will enter the castle from the front. Again, your path should be clear if all goes as planned. If not, well, you'll have to fight your way through. But I believe in you.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we can do this, no problem.
Glad to hear it.
That is all we've come up with. Does everybody find it acceptable?
Everybody nods, knowing their part. It seemed like they had almost thought of it all. With a strategy like that, victory seems almost certain. As long as I can defeat the Triumvirate and that idol. Even if everyone plays their part, the end is still all on me. I'll do my best not to let them down, but part of me is filled with fright.
Alright, let's go outside. We'll head to the Grand Library as a group. If we can get in there without trouble, the rest will be easy.
The created seers should make is pretty easy for us. Maybe it was this? They lured the honor guard away from the town square. If they can do that, then we can slip in pretty much undetected. Hopefully, they could survive that task. The operation would be divided into two phases then. Take the Grand Library, then the Triumvirate's castle. With everything planned, and in the open, we exit the shack. Hope fills the air, for the first time in a while. We could do this. I smile at my comrades as we head outside, one by one. The cold, uninviting air assaults me as soon as I exit the shack. It's like Eastcrown. I'm not sure how people could survive this place. Well, that's not... Not that there's many people here. It's mainly those suits of armor. I can hear everybody talking, going over the roles they were assigned. If everyone did what they were supposed to do, then we'd win this for sure. Of course, as long as I could destroy the Triumvirate and that idol, where they're housing.
Sneak into the castle and lure everybody away from the main atrium. Seems pretty easy to me. The monarch will have no resistance at all.
And if I can ring that bell, then everybody will be safe. All those years of climbing has finally paid off. This is gonna be great.
Ulrich is quick to interject, putting any arrogance to rest before it can blossom.
Look, none of that is going to happen if we can't take the Grand Library. We need to establish a foothold, a safe place to retreat to if things go south.
They all nod, and stop the discussion they were having. It's true, though. Without a haven, we're out in the open, completely unsafe. At least the first phase of our plan wasn't too complicated. I'd know we'd seize the library. I noticed that one of our comrades is carrying Alex. That's good. The library would be the best place for him to get rest. He's fast asleep, which is pretty surprising. He must be a heavy sleeper.
The city should only be a couple of hours away. We trust that you can all handle the cold.
We don't really have much of a choice, Hal. Let's get going. I think our goal is pretty clear.
Upon hearing that, we all start walking towards the city. I can see an impressive wall surrounding everything. It's beautiful. However, I can't see anything past it. I have no idea what Balteus looks like. I walk through thick layers of snow, and my legs start to tire out. But not in any position where I have any choice. Pushing forward is mandatory. After what feels like a small eternity, I finally arrive at the gates leading into Balteus. Town gates and the wall are an amazing sight. Intricate details are carved in the stone. It's a work of art. Something told me the monarchy made this, not the triumvirate.
This looks amazing. This must be a remnant of the monarchy, right? The triumvirate can't be this artistic. I know it.
Correct. This looks just as we remember it. However, Balteus wasn't always this cold. Something bad has happened to the nation.
Oh, I see. Like what?
We're not sure. However, it is probably due to the triumvirate. It pains us to see how much they've defiled our former home. We used to live in Balteus. It housed the throne and our ruler. To see it reduced to a frozen wasteland, it is almost too much to bear. Let us head inside. We need to see what else has changed over the years.
It reminds me of what we thought would happen to Valenorth. Without the spirit idol, it'd wither away and freeze like Eastcrown. We have since learned that that was false, but what's happened to Balteus then? As we all start to make our way inside the city, Damek stops us. He looks a bit worried, and I can tell he's lost deep in thought.
Seers, please come forth.
A few moments later, a group of seers step forward.
We don't have much time to waste. As soon as we get inside, you need to get to work. Lure the honor guard away from our path. Understood?
Of course. Your path to the library will be clear. After the fighting dies down, we will come and join you. It should be easy, so don't expect us to be too far behind.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much. Let's see, is there anything else to cover?
He turns back to face the rest of the group. Gulping, it's clear that he's fraught with anxiety.
Look, we're about to do something that's never been done before. We're seizing territory from the Triumvirate, right under their noses. Much like they did to Mazeo. We're about to occupy Balteus. But that does not mean we are like them. We do what we do in order to gain our freedom. They occupied Mazeo, wanting to oppress us even further.
We all exchange glances and nod at one another.
I want you to all remember that as we press forward, war can blur the lines between good and evil. But I know where we stand. If you know that too, then there's nothing that can stop you. You are heroes.
With nothing left to say, we slowly make our way into the city. I can tell that, due to Damek's encouraging words, everyone is happy. However, as we enter, nothing prepares us for the sight that awaits us. Hal immediately steps forward, taking in the sight before him. Balteus looks almost uninhabitable. It's in a state of decay and death. I know the Honor Guard doesn't need a paradise, but this is crazy.
What have they done?
It's clear how Hal was hurt. This used to be the monarchy's home, after all. Hopefully, there would be a way to reverse all this. It isn't right.
This is, well, I certainly didn't expect this. I'm guessing it didn't look like this in your time?
No. Baltia's was a paradise. This is unacceptable, Damek. We must find a way to fix it.
Of course. There's no way I'll let this stand. It's a bit of a shock, but our plan remains unchanged. Secure the Grand Library, then kill the Triumvirate.
After he's done talking, we see a horde of Honor Guard suits walk by. We quickly run off to the side and hide in a nearby building behind. I've never seen anything like this. The building is pitch black. Pieces of it crumble off like it's been burnt or charred. But it hasn't. I know the building can't die, but there's no other way to put it. Like its source of life has been cut off, it appears to be living on borrowed time.
What's going on here?
This is disgusting. Look.
He looks down, and we all look at his feet. We're no longer standing in snow, but ash and soot. I started to wonder if there was ever really snow, if it was ever really snowing at all.
This is Alestia's fate if we leave it in their hands. They don't care about the land. They only care about themselves. This is proof enough that we're on the right side of history.
Hal turns to me and places a hand on my shoulder.
We suspect that this may be related to their dark idol, Monarch. Above all else, please prioritize its destruction.
I nod, as the previous visions start to repeat themselves in my mind. I was facing the idol with the blade. Everything is coming to pass. After a short talk, our attention is directed back towards the Honor Guard.
Seers, come here. I think this is our best chance to take action. With that group gone, our path to the library is clear.
Upon hearing this, they quickly group up in front of Damek. Our goal was seizing the Grand Library. Seems pretty attainable.
Yes, sir. Should be easy enough to take them down. After they're dealt with, we'll meet you all in the library.
Good. Go around this building and attack from the other side. They'll be focusing on you, so we'll head in the opposite direction.
Perfect. Then we'll meet up at the library. If we don't make it, though, it's been an honor.
After exchanging a nod, both groups part ways. The created seers prepare to distract the Honor Guard. Damek points to a nearby road, signaling where we should run.
The Grand Library is right over there. We'll run on my mark, so just hold on.
After speaking, he immediately places a finger against his mouth. It's clear that we need to remain silent while the seers carry out their goal. We wait there in intense silence, waiting to hear the clashing swords. We all stare at each other in unease. We know that when they start to fight, some of them may die. It pains me that sacrifice was necessary in order to attain our goal. But I know their sacrifice would never be forgotten. My heart sinks as soon as I hear them start to fight. I hear screaming and steel against steel. My instinct tells me to run immediately, but Damek has yet to move. I can see him wince every time The skirmish gets a little louder. But soon enough, he makes a call, and we all start running.
Now, go!
In our haste, we all make sure to be as silent as possible. The Grand Library isn't too far away. In fact, I can see it now. It stands tall and seems to be the one building that's not falling apart. As soon as we arrive there, we all let out a big sigh of relief. We can still hear the fighting, but it's more distant than before. Through the screams, it's impossible to tell which side is winning.
What's going on back there?
I don't know. Let's just hope it's going well.
Doesn't sound that way.
For the honor guard, maybe. Hurry up. We need to get inside.
Shouldn't we wait for the Seers? At this rate, it might not be much longer.
No, they can meet us inside. We can't risk running into more suits. That was just one group. I'm sure there's more.
Right.
They start to ascend the stairs, but Hal stops them.
Wait. The library seems fine. Why does it not decay like the rest?
Ibby turns to face him, but nobody knows. Dimick takes the stairs back down and faces Hal.
I don't know, but I think this is a good sign. It means we can control or limit what's happening. Knowing this, we might be able to fix Balteus.
Or perhaps it's a bad sign, Domic. Maybe our enemy has the power to harm Alestia itself. How do you think we can stand up against such a foe?
Everybody exchanges worried glances. But then, their eyes find the way back to the blade on my back. It's apparent that conventional means wouldn't be enough to win. Nobody knows how to answer Hal, and an awkward silence follows. But then we realize that it is indeed a silence. This was concerning. The earlier fight was over, but did the created seers prevail?
Hey, let's get inside, alright? Maybe the librarian knows more about this. We shouldn't stand around in the open out here.
Having successfully changed the subject, he starts heading inside. Hal made a good point, but none of us were able to counter it. I doubt the librarian would want to talk to invaders like us. It makes me worry about how we might get them to talk. There was so much uncertainty and worry in the air right now. As we enter the library, I hope that our forces live through their fight. When we enter the library, I'm taken aback by what I see. Dust fills the air, and it seems like the place has seen better days. But the only sign that somebody has been here is the books remain clean. Whoever's been taking care of this place only cares about the literature. I guess that's acceptable, since that would be the main job of a librarian. But it seems odd, all the time in the world, and it's quite dirty. There's some kind of weird apparatus in the back of the library. I'd never seen anything like it before. It's almost awe-inspiring. My comrades all look around, sharing that same look of awe.
This is amazing!
I've never seen so many books in one place before. I wonder what they're all about. Should we take a look?
Maybe not. We're here for a reason, remember? Let's find the owner and see what they can tell us.
Hal steps forward, objecting before anyone else can speak.
Actually, there's a chance that the books could tell us even more. The Triumvirate must keep them away from the mainland for a reason.
What do you mean?
The monarchy vanished in the blink of an eye. This we know for sure. People can be erased, but not culture. Signs of our time here would have remained.
So, you're saying...
Before he can continue, we hear a noise come from down the hall. We know the honor guard can't enter, so it must be the proprietor. Knowing that we need to take him hostage, we all assume hostile stances.
Looking into the past is one of the best ways to learn. If we don't become better people, then we'll repeat the same mistakes. How fitting, then, that the old monarchy would focus only on the future.
Again, looks like a Grizz. But different guy. We all exchange glances, slightly confused.
They wanted to guide themselves to the perfect future. If it was possible to get there, then no cost would be too high. In the name of a better world, they embraced corruption.
After a few steps forward, the mysterious man comes into view.
Too often do we condemn others in our self-serving journeys. A bright future for the monarchy would have meant death for innocent worlds. The Triumvirate chose to step in, as they have countless times before, to maintain balance.
The innocent worlds? Damek interjects, with a look on his face that I can only describe as an onset of anger.
We know what the Triumvirate did to the monarchy. Hal told us. But like you said, mistakes are how we learn and grow. It's how we become better. If the option of failure is taken away from us, we can no longer call ourselves people. They can hide behind whatever reason they want, but they're wrong to control us. The ability to make these mistakes is our right, and I will not stand by while it's taken away. Corruption? Death? Nobody wants these, but without them, we might as well not exist at all.
Everyone nods and cheers Damek on. The mystery man shrugs and keeps walking forward.
Restrain this man!
I expect to see the man put up a fight, but he doesn't.
You will experience no resistance from me, but on the other hand, you'll find no help either. Do what you must, but keep the library intact.
He gets on his knees and holds out his wrists. Al makes quick work of restraining him.
Who are you? You know far more than most.
The man shakes his head.
Just a hoarder of knowledge. A man who preserves the past rather than erasing it. In exchange, the Triumvirate gives me life and shelter.
Another one of their victims, you mean? Eternal life in exchange for servitude? Despicable. What atrocities did you commit in their name?
I created this library, a simple glimpse into the past. Everything the monarchy ever wrote is on these shelves. That was my job. Preserve the old history while creating a new one.
And what new history did you create?
I wrote about the Triumvirate and spread it everywhere. I made them seem like gods, like they were the creators of this world. As new life began on Alestia, they found my writing and believed every word.
Hal scoffs and anger boils within him. But before he can do anything, Pro interrupts.
Algus Fayer!
The man's ears perk up, in a way that reveals he's reacting to his name.
That is the moniker I assumed, yes. I'm happy to know that the name is still remembered.
Algus Fayer? The man revered as the greatest historian? I can't believe that he, too, was a tool of the Triumvirate.
So everything the people believe is a lie that you created. Why would you need to go to such extremes? This is insane.
Look at how you and your friends reacted to learning the truth. It brought you here, prepared to kill those who gave you life. The people must never know the true cost of their creation.
I don't believe this. Hal, get him out of our sight.
Hal drags Algus away as the rest of us group together.
Well, at least he didn't put up much of a fight. I'd like to say that I'm shocked, but I don't feel surprised at all. This journey has been full of revelations. This is just another for the pile. It doesn't really change much at all. We still have a plan. But it'd be stupid to attack the enemy in the middle of the night. Let's rest until the break of dawn, and meet in the front of the library. Remember that we're safe as long as we stay in here. Hopefully the rest of our forces aren't too far behind. You're all dismissed. See you in the morning, okay?
Where are we supposed to rest?
I'm sure there's private quarters around here somewhere. And if you can't sleep, at least there's a lot of books to read. After the war, we should give this knowledge back to the people.
Yeah, I agree. The triumvirate can't hide this stuff forever. We finally have proof that nobody can deny. This is amazing. If we show them this, they'll accept our rule without question.
Damek smiles, his spirits seemingly lifted.
Yeah. Let's hope you're right. Have a good night, everybody.
With that, we're all left on our own. People scatter about, reading books and exploring the library. I decided to look for a private room so I can relax and gather my bearings. And I guess with that, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So, please comment, cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, always. If you like my YouTube and like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and share this epic grow. And please remember to spay near and most help control the pet population. And until next time, let's say, me, GamerWolfSix of Winds of Change. See ya.